the Atlantic, all those showers. That low pressure, the counterclockwise circulation, is wrapping those showers back along our coast and also keeping things pretty windy for us. That is why we are talking about an elevated threat of rip currents as well if your Labor Day plans include heading out to the beach. Now, one concern for us is because we've seen showers developing over the same areas throughout the last several hours, we are looking at that potential of some localized flooding. In fact, all of these areas you see shaded in green, really from about Lake County on east, that we are under a level 1 threat of excessive rain. Some spots have picked up a couple of inches of rain just in the last 12 hours or so. Here's a look at the radar showing those showers continuing to slide on shore. And because of the winds coming in out of the northeast, that is moving all of these showers off to the southwest. So while our rain chances are high, we're not necessarily talking about rain all day for all of us, but most of us have a shot at seeing at least a few showers out there. And again, we mentioned those rainfall totals in areas like Ormond Beach. You've seen almost 2.5 inches of rain just in the past 12 hours. The showers were going strong for us through the overnight hours, and we are expecting rain to ramp up even a little bit more as we head through the rest of the afternoon and into this evening. Now notice this area shaded in green. That is where we have a flood warning in place. That is up until Friday morning for the St. Johns River. So areas like Astor already at flood stage. St. Johns River, we are expecting it to crest this afternoon and then begin to slowly recede through the rest of the week. Now here's a look at your clouds and rain forecast taking you into the afternoon hours. What we have already seen today will be the general trend as we move through the next several hours. So by 4 o'clock, still from areas like Ormond Beach down through Deltona, DeLand, over toward the villages, down toward the attractions, all seeing some of those pockets of heavier rain. We could also see some thunderstorms as well. So far today, we haven't seen a lot of lightning, but we have seen those gusty winds even into 8, 9 o'clock because of that area of low pressure will continue to keep things pretty juicy out there. So again, even at 11 o'clock, we're talking about some light to moderate showers. Winds are pretty gusty, especially along the coast today. We were seeing wind gusts around 25 to 30 miles per hour in areas like Titusville up into Daytona Beach. And again, that is helping us to see that increased threat of rip currents. So while the water temperature actually is pretty comfortable today in the low 80s, best bet is to not get in the water, or if you do, make sure you are near a lifeguard. By 4 o'clock today, we'll hit our afternoon high of 87 degrees in Orlando. If you are in Ocala, you go to 86 and 86 for your high in Leesburg. Quick check of the tropics for you now. We are watching one area of interest that is off the coast of Africa. As this wave continues to get a little bit better organized and move off to the west-northwest over the next 7 days, the National Hurricane Center is giving it a 40% chance of further development. So this could be our next organized system. It is a long way away from Central Florida, so we'll continue to monitor it, but not an immediate concern for us. Here's how it looks as we take you through your extended forecast. Rain chances for today are at 70% with highs in the upper 80s. Tomorrow, still rain chances at 70%. That's where we leave it into Wednesday. And then by the weekend, we begin to trim the rain chance back as the temperatures go up.
Thank you, Julie. You know, so many people want to complain about the weather, but they let you know about this stuff all the time. So it's just about being weather aware. Good morning to you, Kevin. I love when you guys commenting on this stuff. Whenever I hop on the streams, you guys are always pretty interactive, and you drop a comment, we'll put it up there and we'll chat a little bit. But just make sure you're weather aware. That 7-day forecast giving pretty stormy forecast for us. Not real beach weather, not stuff that you can do a whole bunch of outside stuff. But it's not rain all the time, but 70%. Kind of lets you know I need to be a little bit weather aware. So obviously we need to get to some big stories, and turning to the big story of the day right now, an unfortunate story out of North Florida where a football player has been shot. So a Florida State football player from Sanford is in the hospital after he was shot last night up in Gadsden County. That's going to be just west of Tallahassee, right off just north of the I-10 area. Ethan Pritchard, he was visiting family while he was in town, unfortunately. And according to Florida State, he's now in critical condition. But the good thing is he is alive and has survived that shooting. He was Sonic Prep Player of the Week last week, and Seminole High School also released a statement saying Pritchard is an amazing young man who leads with kindness and treats everyone with respect. Right now, we don't know if there are any suspects, and of course, with this being a local story, we want to stay up to date on this, and once we have any more information, we will provide that to you. And that just comes on the heels of FSU's win against Alabama just over the weekend. So our thoughts and prayers are up there. Another big story we're following this morning here in Central Florida, a lot going on with the crosswalk controversy recently. A lot of attention on the Pulse Memorial crosswalk that's been out there. And now a lot of this stuff is being painted throughout Central Florida. So, ongoing crosswalk controversy. There was actually a hearing today where the judge found probable cause of a recent arrest that took place. So, 3 people were arrested for trying to rechalk that crosswalk. A judge dismissed one of those cases. Stephanie Rodriguez has the latest.
I'm Stephanie Rodriguez reporting outside of Pulse nightclub on Monday. 3 protesters will face a judge for interfering with a traffic device. It all has to do with this crosswalk right outside of Pulse nightclub that was painted as a rainbow in honor of the 49 people who died at the Pulse nightclub shooting in 2016. FDOT painted over the tribute after a federal order to remove distracting road art nationwide, where protesters have been coming out and re-chalking it, and that's why those protesters were arrested. Shame! 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 More than a dozen protesters chanted shame while surrounding FHP and OPD officers as they handcuffed and arrested 3 protesters on Sunday. The arrest came after protesters chalked the crosswalk outside of Pulse earlier that day. Donovan Short, Mary Jane East, and Zane Aparicio are facing felony charges for interfering with the traffic device. It all stems from a Trump administration order to get rid of, quote, distracting art nationwide.
Ask our government what's next. Are they going to continue wasting our taxpayer dollars on this?
FDOT says vandalizing state property or disturbing traffic in any way is unsafe and illegal, and they won't tolerate illegal actions. And that the crosswalk at Orange Avenue and Esther Street is within state right-of-way. Therefore, FDOT has brought the pavement at this location and numerous others on state-maintained roadways into compliance with the law. Attorney Blake Simmons, who represented protester Sebastian Suarez, arrested for the same charge last week, vows the 3 will be released just like Suarez was.
We could go to a government agency and make a FOIA, Freedom of Information Act request, file complaints against them and let them know that these officers had failed to follow their own departmental policy.
Suarez's case was tossed out by a judge on Saturday, saying there was no probable cause for the arrest. He was seen back here at the crosswalk just hours later. Reporting in Orlando, Stephanie Rodriguez, News 6.
And just an update, like I was mentioning a second ago, so those 3 that were just featured on that story, a judge did find probable cause and has continued with that case. So unlike the previous one that was dismissed, those 3 did find probable cause, and we'll provide more as that case continues over at clickorlando.com. Now, something I want to bring attention to, because it seems like you need a big election year in order to get people to get out and vote. But sometimes there's special elections. Sometimes there are elections on off years, and the voter turnout is always so low. And that kind of stuff drives me crazy, because at the end of the day, we are picking our local representatives. And just because it's a special election or if it's an on off year doesn't mean we should not be getting out and have our voices heard. So a special election is now taking place over in West Orange County, and this is a really, really important one. So listen to this. 2 seats are now available in Tallahassee. You have a House seat and 1 Senate seat now up for grabs. This all comes after Senator Geraldine Thomas unfortunately passed away earlier this year. And News 6's Emily McLeod breaks down exactly what's on the ballot.
An important reminder for voters in West Orange County, you all have a special election after the long holiday weekend on Tuesday, September 2nd. There are 2 seats available in Tallahassee, one for Florida Senate District 15 and the other one for Florida House Representative in District 40. Florida Senate District 15 covers all of northwest Orange County down to State Road 408 in Ocoee and extends further south to Sand Lake Road. It includes parts of Winter Garden, Oakland, Pine Hills, Metro West, College Park, Holden Heights, Paramore, and the Oak Ridge area. The late state Senator Geraldine Thompson held the office prior, but died as a result of complications caused by a knee replacement surgery. The Florida House seat for District 40 is located within Senate District 15 and includes College Park, Pine Hills, Rosemont, Lockhart, and Ocoee. Back in June, voters participated in the primary election for this race. Democratic State Representative LaVon Bracey Davis won the Senate primary and will face Republican Willie J. Montague in the September 2nd race. In the House race, Bracy Davis's chief of staff, Rashawn Young, won the primary and will face Republican Tuan Lee and write-in candidate Chris Hall. We spoke to Orange County Supervisor of Elections and voters back in June who stressed the importance of participating in elections no matter when they're taking place.
This is an important seat because this is your voice in Tallahassee.
We're very lucky we have the chance to make a choice.
Polling locations will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Tuesday, September 2nd. For more information on how or where to vote, you can head to ocfelections.gov. Reporting in the newsroom, I'm Emily McLeod, News 6.
See, Emily giving you that information too. So no excuse not to make sure you get out and vote. West Orange County tomorrow. Make sure you get that information. So, all right, we've all been here, right? You're scrolling, say, through your Facebook, right? And you're just scrolling through and suddenly an ad pops up maybe for something you've been looking up because, you know, that algorithm's just picking it up. So my mom does this every now and then. She'll send me a link to something that is absurdly cheap, right? So I was looking for a grill and it was big flat top. Obviously, this cost several hundreds of dollars. And my mom sends me a link and she's like, hey, I found this thing for like $40. And I'm like, Mom, do not click that. Do not give your credit card information. Why? Because these ripoffs, these schemes are taking so many different varieties just to get you to click on it, right? So it happens all the time. And the fake ads are leading you to fake websites that look so similar to the real website. This morning, we had Lewis Bolden provide a story that he's been investigating. Check it out.
Darren Mass knows a thing or two about guitars.
I play music. I enjoy music. Taking lessons for a lot of years.
So when he wanted to treat himself for his birthday, a new one was a no-brainer.
It's a Gibson Les Paul. I found it on Facebook. It was one of those Facebook ads that pop up. And in the process of that, I clicked on the link.
That link took him to what appeared to be the website for Guitar Center, a store he is very familiar with. And what do you know? He found the exact guitar he was looking for.
And I'm like, this is a great price if it's a sale price. So I sat there, I went through the whole thing, went through the order scheme, and placed the order.
Shortly after placing the order, he got an email with an order number for his Gibson Les Paul guitar, showing he paid $1,231.56. But the next email notified him that $1,200 just went to someone named Shane Griffin, not Guitar Center. Did you immediately know?
As soon as I saw that, I realized I've been had.
The fake site has since been taken down, but when Mass went back and compared the fake to the real, he saw the difference. The real Guitar Center's URL is guitarcenter.com. The fake is guitarcenter-us.com. A minor difference, but a costly one.
I'm sure I'm not the only one that they scammed. They're hunting people like this. And it's sad.
How common are fake websites?
Extremely common.
Mass reported the fraud through the Better Business Bureau Scam Tracker. Holly Sammons is the CEO. She recommends not clicking on ads that pop up in your social media feed or through random text messages.
Go yourself directly to the business and then look for the product that you're trying to search for. Those direct links could be what gets you in trouble.
She also says if one site has a lower price than other sites for the same item, that could be a red flag. Mass is in the process of disputing the charge with his credit card company.
It's a very bad position to be in, and you feel very vulnerable.
Remember, don't fall for the scheme, don't get ripped off, but if you do, email me at theinvestigators@WKMG.com. I'm Lewis Bolden, News 6.
Lewis is putting the definition of it's too good to be true. So if it's ever like, man, this is a deal, check twice. Now, the big question, who wants to be a billionaire? And I know if I was one, I wouldn't be sitting here right now. So coming up, Lotto Fever is taking over Central Florida. I know my wife's watching right now, and I'll be buying lotto tickets on the way up. Coming up, we're going to talk about that. Also, you might need that lotto ticket because the price of Labor Day is increasing. Mark Lehman is going to have more coming up here shortly.
I'm Lake County Community Correspondent Mark Lehman, and we've been talking with drivers who have been traveling for Labor Day. And as families are getting in their last trip of the summer, they're also looking at it becoming more painful for their wallets.
Different stops, going to Rome, Georgia first, stopping at our daughters.
Whether driving out of state or closer to home, families are traveling over the holiday weekend while dealing with higher costs.
Try not to burn too much gas, and we try to save money where we can.
The price of gas has recently been up for debate in some areas. Seminole County approved a 5-cent gas tax hike in August to help pay for transportation costs. Last week, Lake County discussed the same increase and agreed to further explore the measure.
There should be a target date to end it, and then go back, withdraw the tax increase in the future. I don't think a tax should be permanent.
Some drivers are also seeing toll increases. Prices on the turnpike have stayed the same, but earlier this summer, the Central Florida Expressway Authority raised tolls between 2 and 5 cents per checkpoint.
Today, I just hit the toll down here, and it was $4.81 for. I was like, what the heck?
Drivers we spoke with say the increases can add up, but at least for this road trip, that won't get them down.
Plan, budget, and just try to make the best of it,
When it comes to the potential gas tax increase here in Lake County, at this point it's unclear when the next vote will happen. The next date for it being brought in front of commissioners has not been set. I'm your Lake County Community Correspondent Mark Lehman, News 6.
Mark just giving us the information that we need. Listen, we all know everything's expensive nowadays, so shop around, plan ahead, and big thing, always check your tires before you're driving. Believe it or not, if you're going on a trip, having proper tire pressure in your vehicle will save you on gas mileage on your vehicle. And then, of course, the speeds, taking off nice and easy from those traffic lights and things. No reason to accelerate those RPMs all the way up. If you know you've got a 7-hour destination ahead, take it nice and easy. Someone said hi. No, that was a banner. Sorry, I'm losing it. It's Labor Day, guys. So listen, all right. Nobody won the was it the Powerball? The winning numbers of the lottery? $1.1 billion jackpot this weekend, guys. Hence why most of us here at News 6 are still here. So they say, if you take the whole lump sum, it's only $500 million cash money. So a bunch of people are out buying their tickets because no one won those 6 numbers to win the major jackpot. And News 6's Angie Casada, we were talking about it all morning. I know she went out and bought some tickets. She's got more on that.
Powerball Fever is back, and
she's
players are
excited.
already dreaming on what they would do with $1 billion payout.
It's 1.1 billion.
Yeah.
Don't leave that one out, because hey, we need that right there.
No one matched all 6 numbers Saturday night, which means the jackpot rolls to an estimated $1.1 billion. That's a cash value of about $498 million.
But mostly I would support family first.
Yeah.
And then obviously, there's a lot of charities out there that I definitely work with.
I think I got a chance. It's just it's very down here, but I mean I got a chance, right?
Absolutely.
Just like the rest of us.
I'm gonna try to find the closest island that I can find, buy me a property, and just say, hey, forget America.
Yeah.
Take care of everybody I can take care of, and just go relax, live your life.
This is Powerball. Tonight's drawing will be the 40th straight since the jackpot was last won back in May. The odds of hitting the big one, just 1 in 292 million. According to a search on the internet, if you live in Florida, you have a higher chance of getting struck by lightning multiple times than winning the lottery.
You got to be in it, win it. Hey, $20 here, $20 there. You just think. Let me get that freaking $1 billion, doggone it. That 1.1, you're going to see my face everywhere. I ain't got to hide.
Powerball says even if you don't win it all, millions of dollars in smaller prizes are still up for grabs. The drawing happens at 10:59 in Tallahassee, but again, you can catch it right here on WKMG. Good luck to everyone. Reporting in Orange County, I'm Angie Casada, News 6.
Now, Angie, that kind of makes me a little upset just because you were so excited and that story is so motivating. So many people are going to go out there and buy these tickets. Just think about that, guys. I get so excited. It's so far out there. It's such a far-fetched, but you can't win if you don't play. And the one thing I love asking people all the time is, what is that one thing, that one selfish purchase? You know, everyone loves, I'm going to pay my bills, I'm going to take care of family. Yes, facts. But what is that one special thing that you want to buy for yourself that you can't do without winning the lottery? So I'm going to pull in Penny, our producer here for News 6 Extra. Penny, talk to me, girl.
Hello.
What is that one thing, if you looked at those 6 numbers and you were at home, what would you buy?
I think you asked me this earlier. I have had hours to think about this. And I really do think that for me, it would be buying a house. It would be buying a house with the land. So that way I just get it all paid off in cash, never have to worry about it again. It would obviously be life-changing, but that's what I would do.
You're like a little slice of heaven almost for yourself, to where that would be in your name and your family's name forever.
Yes, of course. And you would never see me again, personally.
See, you know, Penny, I'm there with you. So many people say, Steve, you're not supposed to say that. But I think us being real about it, let's be real. I would deliver the truck here personally. I'd bring Results One back. I'd hand the keys, and I would say, thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. But I don't think you're going to let me back on air being a billionaire.
You wouldn't take Results One with you?
I'd probably write a check for it. I'd scratch off News 6 a check and be like, hey, pull the stripings off. Let me keep that thing. Why not, right? So the drawing is taking place tonight, right?
Yes, it is tonight, and you, dear viewer, can watch it live on News 6 during News 6 at 11.
And if any of us are missing from the morning show, you know that one of us struck gold. Penny, thank you so much. So listen, get out there, play. There's plenty of stories going on out there that you can find over at clickorlando.com. Sorry, guys, it's Labor Day. I'm having a lot of fun hanging out with you guys today. So all those stories plus more, your pinpoint weather and traffic, all over clickorlando.com. Please have a safe Labor Day. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. I'm Trooper Steve. This is News 6 Extra. I'll see you guys tomorrow.